Well, hello. I was not expecting you today. Come on in. It's cold outside. Come on, come on. You caught me at a good time. Are you hungry? Great. So, I'm gonna cook some sloppy joes by way of Manwich. So, like the easy way. So, step one, get your Pioneer Woman frying pan. Set it on the stove. Then what you want to do is turn the burner on a little over medium, so 6. 6 would be good, okay? Take these nice big chunks of ground beef and you're gonna get a little dirty for this part because you're touching raw meat. Make sure you wash your hands afterwards. Oh, dear Lord, I dropped some. Alright, you're just gonna slide it on out of the wrapper. Boom, that's one. Oh, this one's stuck. Hey. It's a little slippery, this one.
Would you like a knife?
No, I don't want to dirty your knife with this raw meat. I got this. I'm a man. Almost.
Remind me of the skillet that you're cooking with?
The best, there's two right there. The best frying pan on the market, the Pioneer Woman pan. Go buy one. Not a sponsor. Do you hear that? Come in closer and listen. Wow. You hear that sound, guys? That's the sound of vegetarians screaming. Now that we've put the raw meat in the pan, we're going to let it sit for a while, and then what you want to do is wash your hands because nobody wants to touch that.
Yeah, I wouldn't use that.
Well, when in doubt, yeah. Let's check in on our meat. I like that smell. Can you smell that through the video? Smells good. Follow me. Hi, do you have like paper towels or a napkin or something? There's some napkins here. I don't know if I'm using them. Thank you anyway. Forgot to shut the door behind you. Here, I got it. Okay. Be sure to clean up after you. We'll throw that away later. Now, grab your spatula.
Slotted turner.
Spatula. If you ask anyone, they will say spatula.
This, dear viewers, is a spatula. That is a slotted turner.
This is also a spatula.
That is a slotted turner.
This is a spatula. Have you watched SpongeBob?
Tell us in the comments down below who's right.
It's gonna be me. This is a spatula. I didn't say that wasn't a spatula. I said this is a spatula.
That is not a spatula.
This is definitely a spatula.
That is a slotted turner.
This definitely is a spatula. Like you said, leave it in the comments below. Is this a spatula or not? I've never heard anybody call this a slotted turner until he said it. So, yeah, let me know in the comments. I'm gonna get that all nice and brown meat right off of that log. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit because this seems to be cooking the meat kind of fast. Oh my god! Flip.
The Craig just piercing it?
Are you questioning the expert? This is my cooking show.
I think cooking with Jacob sounds pretty cool.
No. Not as good as cooking with Josh. Okay, enough of us rambling on. What you want to do now is just keep, peeling off the meat from the log to make it, delogged or whatever you want to call it. And, just keeping it stirred around and stuff so that it doesn't just overcook the meat. Make sure you break it up too. Yes, so now we'll cut to, when all of this is delogged.
And now, a brief ad from our sponsors. Snow. For when you feel like it's too hot outside.
Alright, so once the meat is thawed enough, you just start stabbing it like a madman. I think it's dead. So you're probably wondering why I have a butter knife in my hand. That's for me to know and you to never find out. Anyway, so now you can see that there's still parts of the meat that are reddish in color. That means they're not cooked. Don't eat those. So you're gonna need to let this cook for a while. You're gonna need to stir it around so it doesn't burn the meat. And yeah, we'll come back when it's all cooked. Alright, so now the meat looks cooked all the way around as far as I can tell. And I can't see any red in there. It's all nice and brown. So now what you would usually do is you would usually drain the grease out, but I'm not seeing a whole bunch of grease in here for some reason. So yeah, so I'm just gonna skip that step. You're gonna turn off the burner. You're gonna take your nice can of Manwich sauce. Now I did cook 2 pounds of beef because I think my can is bigger than the usual can, and it says cook 2 pounds of beef on here thoroughly. So then now we're gonna add the Manwich sauce. And usually you would have a can opener. We don't have a can opener, so we made a hole in the can. Just gonna pour that bad boy in there. That's just about it. Oh, I got some in my hand. I'll get the pizza in a minute. So then, after pouring the sauce in, the can says, asked to be called chef, so call me chef.
Okay, Chef Josh.
Thank you. If I ask you a question, your answer is either no chef or yes chef. Got that?
Okay, Chef.
Acceptable. So now you're just gonna stir the sauce into the meat. So the Manwich way of making sloppy joe is a lot better, or a lot easier than the other way that I know how to make sloppy joe. So all you have to do is cook the meat, pour in the sauce. But if you want to see the other way I make sloppy joe, leave a comment or a like on this video and let me know you want to see it, and we'll make that video. Okay, so now that it's nice and mixed up, we're going to let it sit for a little bit to cool down before we put it in our nice containers.
So here on Cooking with Trumpet Josh, we encourage you to forget everything that you know about cooking, which sounds a lot like today's sponsor, which encourages you to forget everything that you know about gaming. Today's sponsor is Raid Shadow Legends, one of the biggest mobile role-playing games of 2020, and it's totally free! Currently, over 10 million users have joined Raid over the last 6 months, and it's one of the most impressive games in its class, with detailed models, environments, and smooth 60 frames per second animations. All of the champions in the game can be customized with unique gear that changes your strategic buffs and abilities. The dungeon bosses have some ridiculous skills of their own, and figuring out the perfect party and strategy to overtake them is a lot of fun. Currently, with over 300,000 reviews, Raid has almost a perfect score on the Play Store. The community is growing fast, and the highly anticipated new Faction Wars feature is now live. You might even find my squad out there in the arena. It's easier to start now than ever. With Raid's program for new players, you get a new daily login reward for the first 90 days that you play the game. So what are you waiting for? Go to the video description, check on the special links, and you'll get over 50,000 silver and a free epic champion as part of the new player program to start your journey. Good luck, and we will see you out there.
Alright, so now the meat's had a little bit of time to cool, and we're going to grab our handy little containers over here. Now I don't know how many containers this will fill up, so we'll find out together. And there you have it, Sloppy Joe. Ready for you to eat whenever you need it. Let's do a taste test real quick just to see how good this Sloppy Joe is. That's good. Thanks for coming to Cooking with Josh today. I hope you had a good time, and I hope that you learned some things about cooking. See you next time.